Talks, and we are here with the one and the only, the Peter Runks.
That's it, man. It's a pleasure.
What you saying, big man?
Right there, man. Just giving the most I thanks and praise.
Awesome. Anything in particular you want to say as you begin to talk to the people out there?
Be passionate, whatever you love to do, because I sure right now I just released my new album, Life in the Ghetto, and I'm excited, I'm happy, and I have a good team around me. Poetry, that is.
Come true.
Big up Timeless and Emily.
Come on, man.
Life is good, man. I ain't gonna lie. And if I get to do it all over again, I have to do it the same way.
My
With
God,
the bumps
my
and
God.
the bruises, you know what I mean?
Yes,
all
sir.
That is an experience. All that is what made me learn and made me to be more determined and just living life. Life is adventure.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the Life in the Ghetto album. Where does that title come from?
Life in the Ghetto, well, like I say, it speaks for itself. That's where it came from. But the ghetto, I mean, a lot of people look at it as negative or only bad things or bad people or gangster or whatever. But I came from there and I didn't turn out that way.
Come on now.
You know what I mean?
You turned out just all right.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, I ain't saying I was no saint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started to do one or two little things or whatever, but God kept me. I started to dabble selling drugs for a period.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, my uncle came. I guess he was supposed to scold me or whatever, but he told me a few words. He was like, guess what? You only going through a phase, you know.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, just how your mom and father was on drugs, you doing the same thing to those children.
My God.
And from that same very day I stopped, started selling CD, and I never stopped since.
Come on, man.
But there's so many things, and I have to say this. I had people who the world would call Joneses or whatever, but I don't consider them Joneses. People like Solomon Brown. He may have been on drugs as well too, but I learned so much love from them. I learned so much about life from them. You know what I mean? Doubles and Judabug and all these. You know what I mean? It's like they taught me so much about life.
Yes.
Solomon Brown, we used to call everybody Ditch. He's selling my CDs on to the cars and stuff or whatever. And we had such a good relationship. Let's say you make $100. He'll say, boy, Ditch, this is what I make. I say, man, yeah, you carry that and you give me and whatever. And at the same time, the same Ditch used to help me when I was selling drugs. He'll be cutting up the little packages and stuff or whatever and telling me, but you know, you were supposed to be doing this, you know. But he's still cutting it up. You know? But my thing is with them, they was real.
Yeah.
And I was in fun on tour at the time when he passed, and I talked, but I cried like a baby. Because that's, like I say, I learned so much about life from them. And I always try to put stuff like that in my music. That's why if you hear my music will always be about, you know, conscious, about reality or whatever, because that's what I experienced.
Yeah.
And like I say, even though I came from the ghetto, you know what I mean? I didn't turn out that way. It doesn't matter where you come from. That don't determine your destiny.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I had to use that as a stepping stone to say, well, guess what? Just how you mightn't have both parents living in the same home or whatever. You mightn't have the most money or whatever. But guess what? I use that as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
You know? So it made me work from when I was a young age or whatever, because I know I needed lunch money. I didn't want to beg anybody or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember when I was graduating, you know, some of the kids was fortunate enough to have parents who would buy them a car or whatever. I didn't even have a bicycle.
Man.
But the one thing I knew I did have, I was like, boy, guess what, you know, I have this little gift. I can do my album, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I got my job and I, you know, bought a car, sold that, went to the studio, big up to D-Mark, Commonwealth Studios. He did my first album, Divine Vessel. And it spiraled from that. You know, so it wasn't out of to say no fame or whatever. The kind of love I got as a gospel artist, big up Crystal Massive same way too, because he brought me into the fold. The landlord and all of them. But it showed me that, guess what, it doesn't matter where you came from. You know, you could be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
You know, and from then, my Divine Vessel right now is 23 years old.
Wow.
My life was just an adventure.
Yes.
And I remember the first time I'm going to Utilize, you know, I did I was in the talent jam. And, you know, Christian Massive coached me to, Christian Massive coached me to, you know, sign up, and I did. And, you know, I was using the reggae track and whatever. When I went on stage, you know, I guess they wasn't used to hearing my new flavor or whatever. So when I started, like everybody just was cheering and, you know what I mean? But I wasn't used to that at first.
Yeah.
So like I just give them the mic and I go on stage. So everybody was asking me like, why'd you leave the stage? Why you gone? And it didn't really dawn on me right there and then. So I said, man, anyway, I signed up in 97. So I went in the studio, got a track built or whatever. I had the reggae artist Chad Mason do an intro for me. And Kelda, I'm telling you, when I play that track in the FM on the stage, and read and pull up on Chad Mason coming in, it's like the whole place just went crazy.
Yes.
And you know, and from then, it's like, I just took it serious. I said, guess what? This more than just being an artist for me, because you're speaking into people's lives, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had cases where guys who was listening to my album who died.
Wow.
Actually. I was like, wow, why they was listening to my album? You know? And I sat there and I really pondered that. I said, boy, guess what? That means I must be responsible for these lyrics what I put
Yeah. There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
I can't
sir.
take this like for granted.
Yeah.
You know? And from then, I had to be conscious of what I say. You know, you could go and look on YouTube for any Peter Runks song, you'll never hear me singing no slap. You know, and big up the Culture Shock too, because he played culture and that kind of groomed me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just pause for a minute. Be right back.